Hey, I thought I would do a quick little video on this Honda CB125 that I just got back on the road. When I got it, it was mostly disassembled and came to me in boxes. I'll see if I can insert a quick picture of that in the video here. But anyway, let's see, it was produced in 1974, but sold as a 1975, which is why it was blue. That is obviously not the factory blue, but the registration said blue, so when I repainted the tank, I went with blue. Anyway, yeah, the tank was kind of cruddy and dinged up and scratched up and faded and gross, so stripped that down and repainted with just a simple metallic blue. Painted the side panels to match, and then I also did the 125 and the Honda in that blue. Just, I don't know, it was a nice little accent. But when I got it, it came with a bunch of spare parts, which was nice because some of it was fairly worn. It's got new tires front and back, and tubes, and tires, tube strips. It's got new gaiters, new fork seals. It's got a new sealed beam headlight. The turn signals are not new, obviously, but I did acquire them. The bike came without them. Also didn't come with a TAC cable. I got that. It's got 6,600 miles on it, which is not bad. I got the new mirrors. They're obviously not factory, but they work fine. New grips, new gas cover, new gas cap, rather. The engine was mostly apart, so that got put together with new rings and a new piston, new gaskets, new O-rings, all of that fun stuff. New points, new condenser, valves were lapped and gapped, static timed. Haven't bothered doing any timing with it running because it runs fine with static timing. Like I said, new side covers, new battery, recovered seat, new tail light, new coil wire and boot and spark plug. The pipe, as you can see, is black. That is the original pipe, but somebody chopped it open and welded it back together poorly, and it just looked awful. So I sanded it down as best as I could and just painted it black for the time being. The other weird thing you'll notice here is the Kickstarter. The return spring is broken, so I have epoxied a magnet here to the case, which at least holds it in place while I'm riding down the road. And also the splines were stripped on the Kickstarter, so it is currently welded to the shaft. One day I will go in and fix all that stuff. The problem is this side is not too bad, but a lot of these case screws, particularly on this side, are pretty badly stripped out. Looks like somebody tried to unscrew them with a regular Phillips head instead of a JIS bit and strip them out. So at some point, maybe over the winter, I'll try to get that straightened out and put a new kickstart shaft in and new kickstart arm and spring so that everything works properly. But it works fine for right now. It starts the bike without a problem, and the magnet keeps it from dragging on the ground. So I'm going to attach this to my helmet real quick, and we'll take a quick lap around the block. Alright, camera is now attached to my helmet. I should have mentioned that I've been riding this around for about a week now, and this is the first bike I've ever owned, first bike I've ever been on. Never had any experience with motorcycles before I got this guy and slapped it back together. But it was a lot of fun to work on. I enjoyed that kind of thing, and it's been a blast to ride around. It's, it's a 125cc. It's a little commuter bike, a little toy basically, but it does fun riding to work, which is what I've been using it for. I put about 100 miles on it. Just got my motorcycle license about 2 weeks ago, so it's been a lot of fun. but not super fast. It is what it is. It's a 125cc, but it gets great mileage, which is wonderful. So we'll just take a quick trip around the block here and see what's what. Helps if you put it in run. But yeah, starts right up. It's been completely problem-free thus far. Easy to ride. It doesn't have much trouble keeping up with traffic on the way to work, but mostly because traffic on the way to work is all 45-mile-an-hour roads, and this thing will, on a very good day, barely crack 55, which is, like I said, enough to keep up with traffic. That's all I really care about. Would never take something like this out on the interstate. Speed limit on that road is 35, which is what I was doing. I'm not hauling ass through my own neighborhood. Found neutral there instead of second. It's not especially fast, but it, I left my turn signal on. It'll keep up with traffic, on the way to work, which is really all something like this was designed to do. It's really a city bike. It's meant for commuting. I did drive it to Cars and Coffee this morning, which is still a short trip. It's only about 15 minutes away, but it was a nice day. So that I would take a ride down there. I doubt anybody would there about it. I didn't even park it in the main lot. But it's always fun to go walk around and check out what's down there. But yeah, it's it's fun. It's light. It's easy to ride. It's not terribly noisy. Gets great fuel mileage. So. It's cool as far as I'm concerned. And I have a little bit of pride, of course, in the fact that I've put this thing together and now I use it to get to work. That's why it doesn't look half bad. It's, small. It's kind of a baby for a motorcycle, but fun nonetheless. And, for somebody that's not a rider and isn't into sports bikes or big loud cruisers or whatever, it's fun. It suits me just fine. So that's about all there is to it. We're home again. Fun little thing. It does great. It does everything I need it to do.